Okay, good afternoon. We're going to begin shortly, so can everybody please find your seats and enjoy the beginning of our pageant, please? Thank you. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and begin our event. There are a lot of unfulfilled chairs up here in the front if you would like to take a seat and fulfill them. Good afternoon. I would like to extend a warm welcome to those who are gathered here today, including our esteemed teachers, parents, and students. I'd like to express our gratitude to our royalty and educational leaders for joining us today. We feel privileged to have such a successful turnout and a very accomplished Miss NTU in our midst. My name is Cajun Cleveland. She'e kia ani nishle dot kurich eatni a bushes chin. Tina jini dot sheche dot zilgon edina at days chini a dot chanele. Adon le zilbenet de Navajo. Oh, I'm sorry. Adon le zilbenet de tkope wiskane dant na shot. Isna kanze a holier. Tetka ayesi wale alkidan ajin. Ado kon a yahe Navajo Technical University da inchka. The neck echigo do the nebiza do the ne benad ani ba inishka good. Akut ego the ne bitch a can't do the ne ebe ashkwa inishle. Ode yahe bilagana bizad. Good afternoon. My name is Cajun Cleveland. I am of the Towering House clan, born for the Bitterwater people. My maternal grandparents are of the Blackstreak Wood people, and my paternal grandparents are of the White Mountain Apache people, and the start of the Red Streak people. I am currently a student here in the Diné Studies program, and I live just behind the mountain in Pinedale, New Mexico, a very small community, and we are currently coming from Timber Ridge, New Mexico. And that is how I identify myself, as a five-fingered being and a Astsane, which is a young lady of the Diné people. So I will be your MC today. I am a former Miss Navajo Technical University for 2021 to 2022. While holding this title, I was able to also win the title of Miss Gallup Intertribal Indian Ceremonial Queen and held the title for Miss Eastern Navajo Teen all at the same time. However, for 2 months, I continued to serve as Miss NTU and then passed on the crown, and then from there, passed on Miss Eastern Navajo Teen later that year as well. And that's just a little background and insight about myself. I will be your MC today, like I said, on this beautiful day and a wonderful event put together by Deanna James, Michael McMillan, NTU Marketing, and Samantha Antone. I'd also like to thank everyone behind the scenes and the individuals who invested their time to make this event possible. We thank you dearly and appreciate you. So Miss NTU is a representative of one of 2 colleges on the Navajo Nation. She represents all campuses, students, teachers, and programs. Miss NTU is a student before she is an ambassador. Thus, she encourages all educational success, resources, and activities. Our Miss NTU, Samantha Antone, has graciously expressed herself and her support to all students this past year. And I'd like to just give her a little bit of acknowledgement before our program begins. If you look at your program schedule, we have a fulfilled event taking place today. This is the Miss Navajo Technical University Pageant for 2024 to 2025. And we welcome you to the campus of NTU. The restrooms are available on the north side of this room down the hallway for the ladies, and we also encourage you to use the restrooms across the way, in the sub area across the snack bar. Without further ado, let's go on to our program and bring up our outgoing Miss NTU Samantha Antone for a special prayer for this event.
Yat shilcha asinko shas tui shizani jits eke doshit eke adoshnant ado ne nishinigi ya Samantha Marie Antonine shia kia ani nishle dana de me bashishchi nanis eje dashiche akama de me dashnele ado shama doshja ya Brenda Martin do John Anton Senior Willia shamasane doshiche Linda at City Martin do Matthew Martin Senior Williams ado shnela zanto shnela has teen Pauline Marie Marie Anton Dovern Osef Williams and Agot Ega the Ned Zanen Schlin, Skuk Dash Anianap Jiggy Samantha Anton, of Juk Baba Carey Sakbo. Hello everyone, my name is Samantha Anton and I am your outgoing Miss Navajo Technical University for 2023 to 2024. And if you could remove your covers because we're going to say the opening prayer for this amazing event. Our dear kind Heavenly Father, I thank you for bringing us together today as we celebrate a year of hard work and success, commitment, as well as many, many laughters and journeys and stories to share. Lord, I ask that you watch over our contestants as they vie for my title. May they carry themselves cordially as well as express their hobbies and interests and teachings in the best way possible. Bless those who are here in attendance. Allow them to travel to here if they're still on their way, as well as going back from their homes, workplaces, wherever they may be coming from, Lord God. I thank you for a tremendous year, and I thank you for guiding me and continuing to watch over me. I say these things in your name. Amen.
Okay. Thank you for that, Sam. So today, with that being said, let's have good intentions, thoughts, and feelings toward all volunteers, personnel, and staff, but mainly our contestants. We would like to have a positive and good event for today, and with that being said, we'd like to bring up our Dean of Student Services. Oh, I'm sorry. We would like to bring up Deanna James, and she is the NSSC Director, which is the Student Services Director. So she'll go ahead and introduce herself and go ahead and introduce all judges, contestants, and personnel.
Thank you, Kajan. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Deanna James. I'm the NSSC Intake Spanose Student Success Center Coordinator and also a co-advisor for Miss NTU. Today, we would like to introduce first our judges. To my left, your right, we have Krista Yellow Horse Goodluck, Betatni Ninshling Kiani Bushishchin. She's an Navajo technical student majoring in a Bachelor's of Applied Science and Information Technology. Also a student research assistant for physics and an American Indian College Fund ambassador, and is also running for president for NTU Student Senate. Thank you, Krista. And then in the middle table, right in front of me, we have Danielle Rose Dawes. Her clans are Mexican, born into the Bitterwater. Towering House are her maternal grandparents, and the hairy ones are her paternal grandparents. She's from Manuelito, New Mexico, daughter to Bernice and Wallace Dawes, and she's a former Miss Eastern Navajo 2019 to 2024. And she said, "Thank you for having me today." Thank you, Danielle. And then we have Miss Orlinda Platero, Ori, a native of Crownpoint, New Mexico, worked for the government for 39 years and 10 years non-government since high school in Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, and Rockville, Maryland. Now retired and living in Gamerco, north of Gallup, she's the former Miss Eastern 1976-77, as well as Miss Indian New Mexico 77 and 78. Thank you for being here. And I would like to introduce our contestants. Contestant number 1, if you would please come to the stage. And that is going to be Miss DeAndre April Harker. And she's originally from Ganado, Arizona. And then we have contestant number 2, Star Oraya Lapahi. And she's originally from Pinon, Arizona. So these are our 2 contestants for this afternoon. Thank you.
Okay, let's give a round of applause to the contestants. So we'd like to extend our support and our appreciation, acknowledgement to Deanna James for her support to our students and our Miss NTU. Now, we will go ahead and begin with the first competition category of the formal interview. Here, the judges will take the floor and ask questions to each contestant. Judges, you were given a mic. I believe our person in charge explained all needed information to you about the microphone. As soon as we are ready to begin, we will go ahead and bring up our first contestant. All right, contestant number 1, may you please take the stage? Yes, you can read it.
Question 1, how would you apply the NEF philosophy and education into your reign?
So how I would apply Diné philosophy, also culture and to education during our reign, would to also be sharing my Diné culture along with Zuni, because I am 3/4 Navajo and 1/4 Zuni. And so by implementing culture from both parts of me, I would like to host like events during wintertime, as well as share stories and knowledge that are passed down from my family, such as our creation stories, which can only be told in the wintertime, as well as winter games. It's pretty obvious that I kind of like winter a lot. It's my favorite season, but I think that implementing multicultural representation is important, because not only do we have multiple locations throughout the Navajo Nation, it's important to acknowledge the different cultures we have. Yeah.
Hello. Okay. Hello, everyone. I'll be reading the second important question for you. So the question is, how would you get more students to NTU using traditional values?
Some traditional values I would like to share with new students as we travel on to different places would be to share the different knowledge that I would have, such as our Zuni rain dances, as well as our harvest festivals, and implement that to our various campuses, which I know we have 5 NTU campuses. And I believe to keep a strong mindset, as well as protection. So, yeah.
Hello. Yeah, it's Air. So my question is, what are the traits of Miss NTU? And what are your strongest traits, and how would you use it?
Some traits of Miss NTU, or some qualities that I think she should have, would be to be poised, open-minded, as well as knowledgeable. And I believe that I carry all those traits in me. Like I've mentioned before, I am 3/4 Navajo and 1/4 Zuni. So I believe in sharing what I know, as well as to also gain knowledge and stories and teachings that our community and students have to share. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, contestant 1. All right, can we have contestant 2 please take the stage?
Welcome. Good to meet you. I enjoyed reading your bio, so it's really interesting. You're looking really nice. Appreciate it. How would you apply the net philosophy of education into your reign?
How I would place the net philosophy during my reign would possibly hosting some events at other NTU sites such as Chinle, Crownpoint, Zuni, and other sites as well. Another thing I would do is also representing Crownpoint and spreading what we are, but overall the net philosophy would be kind of a struggle considering that most people weren't raised in that kind of household and aren't aware of what the net philosophy is. But overall, would be one of the net philosophies I would share during my reign. Yeah.
Hello, I am Danielle. I'm be giving you the next question. How are you going to use your voice to I'm sorry, let me reread it again. How are you going to use your voice to raise awareness in the community and nation?
Well, when speaking of awareness, there are many types of awareness that need to be spreaded. But overall, I think one awareness would be mental health, because as a college student, it is totally hard to keep the house, work, school all separated while keeping your mental stability great. Overall, I believe awareness should be spreaded, and by that, obviously talking about it and explaining to people the types of awareness that would be discussed during that time. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so being an NTU student, you should know how it is academic-wise. So how would you approach a fellow student who is struggling with their academics?
Approaching a student that is struggling with her or his academics would truly be something, because not many college students would want the help, because honestly that would be something new. But pointing them in the right direction, which would be speaking with one of the counselors or trying to give them ideas on how they can fix their academics, possibly helping them with homework, or becoming a close friend and helping them when it comes to studying time, or just being the person there to help motivate them. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you for that, judges. These interviews happen within the pageant. are based on getting to know the young lady vying for this title. Simply, the judges would like to know who you are, what kind of teachings you have, and how you'll implement that through this title, and through your reign should you be chosen. So now we will go ahead and begin with our traditional skill and talent presentations. This portion is an opportunity for the contestants to express their skills and talents personally. In this portion, it is focused on the traditional side. So can we have contestant number 1, please?
Hello, everybody. I want to start off with an introduction to myself. So, Yad A. Shkado Shadana, Sha'e DeAndre Harky and Shia, Adona Nishliniki A. Madeshki Nishla, Hana, Ne Bushes Chin, Touching Ida Shache, Donast Aja Dashanella, Akwatao Jake Nishla, Ado Diandana Owe Nishla. Look on Tail Dan Nasha, Nadine Shanachai. Chide ben al nishigi do beshin sakese nal nishigi be oltka. Shamado shajae a Eileen Yazi do Eddie Harker wolia. Shamasane do shache a Isabel Yazi do Billy Yazi wolyande. Look on tiel de kehet Chanela Estan do Chanela Hastin a Mildred Saltwater do Abel Harker Williande, the cheat days at the kehet eloqua. And so, for my traditional talent, I will be giving you a small presentation on the Zilbeen, and the Navajo translation for that would be the mountain song. And keep in mind, this is only a variation of the mountain song, as some of the mountain songs are only to be sung during ceremony.
Okay, well, we are having some technical difficulties. Are we having a fun time here at the pageant? All right, during this time, we would like to acknowledge some visiting royalty. If you can please stand and wave in the crowd. This is Alyssa Watson. Her clans are the Salt people, born for the many goats. Her maternal grandparents are the Weaver Zia, and her paternal grandparents are Edgewater. And she is the Miss Eastern Navajo Teen for 2024 to 2025. Welcome.
Okay, so this is my presentation on Zilbeen, the mountain song. And when I sing this song, you're going to hear some phrases that are kind of repetitive throughout the song. And as not all of our people are native speakers or don't really understand what I'm saying in the song, I'm gonna give you a small pronunciation along with the translation. So first we'll start with Zithnadai, and this translation means the mountain that's our leader. And then the next one we'll go to Benasha, which is all the teachings, I'm gonna walk with them. The next one will be Gulagane. This is sung at the end of the song, and it's a ceremonial language. It's meaning to leave the negativity behind and kind of like return it down to the ground, so back to Mother Earth. And Abik Ahojon, this is the pathway of happiness I will walk about. And then we have our 6 sacred mountains that we acknowledge. And I'm gonna say all 6 of them along with their stone that serves as their protector. So we'll start with our East Mountain, which is Sisnajine, translating to Mount Blanca. And this mountain is our Yolkaitzil, our White Shell Mountain. The next mountain we'll go to is our South Mountain, which is Tsodzil, meaning Mount Taylor. This stone is called Doklij, and the mountain will be Doklijzil. Then we'll go to San Francisco Peak, which is called Dokoslid in Navajo. This is associated with our west direction. Then this stone is called Dichitle, meaning abalone shell. Next we'll go to our North Mountain, which is the Bensa, which is translating to big mountain sheep. And this stone will be Bashjine, and it's called obsidian stone. And then we'll go to our 2 other sacred mountains, which are called Zithna'o Dithli, Herfno Mountain. This is where our twin warriors grew up. And this one would be Yode. So Yode Atras A, meaning soft goods, meaning our traditional teachings and our culture that we carry on. And next we have our Zilchol, and this is where changing woman Astanagle had been born. And so hers is Zilnikliz, which means hard goods. This is stuff we can see, we can feel, we can trade, meaning our stones and our rugs and our weavings. So these are the phrases you'll be hearing throughout the song. Sisnajini ya bena shawi ya yol kaya tliya bena shawi ya tilna tai ya bena shawi ya kasa ana ya tabika hojuni ya bena shawi ya tilna tawi ya bena shawi ya tilna tawi ya Bena shawiya til nanat angaya bena shal ulagana tsodzliya bena shawiya doklijliya bena shawiya til nanat angaya bena shawiya kasa anagaya kabika hujuniya bena shawiya Till nanat awawiyay, bena shawiyay. Till nanat awawiyay, bena shawiyay. Till nanat awiyay, bena shal ulagane. Do ko slidia ya bena shoya ya bajna tlia ya bena shoya ya Delnat aya ya bena shoya ya Kasa nagaya kabik ahojonia ya bena shoya ya Delnat awaya bena shoya ya Delnat awaya bena shoya ya Delnat awaya bena shal ulagana De beneta di ya bena shoya ya bajne tlia ya bena shoya ya Delna ya bena shoya ya kasa ya kabika hojoni ya bena shoya ya Delna ya bena shoya ya Delna ya bena shoya ya Delna ya bena shal ulgane Delna odithia ya bena shoya ya kad yodithia ya bena shoya ya Delna ya bena shoya ya Delna ya bena shoya ya Delna ya bena shal ulgane Del chol ya bena shoya ya Nick is a jithlia ya bena shoya ya Delnat ya bena shoya ya kasa ya kabik ahojoni ya bena shoya ya Delnat ya bena shoya ya Delnat ya bena shoya ya Delnat ya bena shal ulagane ya eloqua
Okay, thank you for that round of applause. As we get the stage set up for our next contestant, I would just like to acknowledge all of you individuals that took the time out of today to come here and to witness our Miss Navajo Technical University pageant. Thank you to all students. Thank you to everyone tuning in on YouTube. We are very grateful for your support. I'd also like to thank all the judges, Ori, Danielle, and Krista. Thank you for your time. And I'd also like to acknowledge Michael McMillan. He's the Student Activities Coordinator. He's back there in the back corner. He always does a great job. Now we will go ahead and begin with contestant 2 for her traditional talent.
Yate, Shigedo Shidana, Eha Wando Yanagi, She Star Oriel Apahi and She, the Nejishig A Limpa, Glass Chin, the Schlingo, Turikoje Bashichin, Trupaha Dashache, Tutsoni Dashanelle, Nadine Tla Shanahe, Gapit Ahedan Nasha, Chinle Navajo Technical University, Inchka. Shije doshama e Ryan dot Wanella Pahi will ya. Shiche doshama Sana e Juan dot Irene Claw will ya. Chanella Husky e Tom La Pahi will ya and dan. Chanella Asta e Louise La Pahi will ya. She e nakidamil do ba na din dot nakidamil do ba na din ashla Miss Navajo Technical University ben Yeshwal. God e sin behwadis tal. Hey, 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 young, hey, 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 young, young. Hey, 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 young, hey, 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 young, young. Ihanga, 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 ihanga. Bene ya hiya oh wo ho wo ho wo. Bene yo hey ya hey yanga, ihanga, 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 ihanga. Bene ya hiya oh wo ho wo ho wo. Bene yo hey ya hey yanga, ihanga, hey yanga, ihanga, hey yanga. Bene ya hiya oh wo ho wo ho wo. Bene yo hey ya hey yanga. Shet o si ni ya go. Shet o si ni ya go. Hashkantanet abatet ashbatet hey yanga hey yanga hey yanga hey yanga. Bene ya hiya oh wo ho wo ho wo. Bene yo hey ya hey yanga yanga hey yanga yanga hey yanga. Bene ya hiya oh wo ho wo ho wo. Bene yo hey ya hey yanga. Shet o si ni ya go. Shet o si ni ya go. Hashkantanes abatet hey ya. Shet o si ni ya go. Shet o si ni ya go. Hashkatanet abatet hey yanga yanga hey yanga yanga hey yanga. Bene ya hiya oh wo ho wo ho wo. Bene yo hey ya hey yanga yanga hey yanga yanga hey yanga. Bene ya hiya oh wo ho wo ho wo. Bene yo hey ya hey yanga yanga hey yanga yanga hey yanga. Bene ya hiya oh wo ho wo ho wo. Bene yo hey ya hey yanga yanga. Yeah.
Okay, let's give them another round of applause. So those are some wonderful demonstrations about traditional values. Thank you to the contestants. As we move ahead with the competition, we will go ahead and begin the contemporary skill and talent presentations. This portion is an opportunity for our students, our girls, and our contestants to express their skills and personal talents. This is a focus on contemporary and modern, which is an emphasis on what's happening currently. So this would be things like of her interests, her hobbies, and anything that she has a strength in. We will go ahead and go with contestant 1, DeAndre. Let's all welcome her to the stage, please. So as we get the stage set up, we've seen a very unique royalty coming in. Our Miss Eastern Navajo Queen is here with us today. May you please stand and wave to the crowd. Thank you very much for coming. She is from the small community of Rayma, New Mexico. They just closed out their fair this past week as well. So we're very excited to have her with us today, all the way from Rayma. So Michael McMillan and Deanna James both share the title of co-coordinator for our Miss Navajo Technical University. They're the ones to take care of her travel, her funds, her events, and push them through so that they are possible events to make, and they ensure the safety of our Miss Navajo Technical University throughout her year. So we like to encourage any girl, any young lady out there of age in college and who has an outstanding GPA of 3.0 to run and vie for this title. Should you have any interest in other leadership positions other than a title, we also have student senate positions, and they open every fall as well. So if you're interested in those, that opens every fall. As you can see, our Miss Navajo Technical University is very, very helpful. She is very incorporated in all of the student activities. She is very amazing, and we always think about how bittersweet it is for her to move on with her life and her pageantry, and we just hope to continue her journey as our forever Miss NTU. And we hope that she runs for other titles as well, like Miss Eastern Navajo Teen, Miss Gallup Intertribal Indian Ceremonial Queen, Miss Navajo Nation, Miss Indian World. So we have really bright intentions for her. We think very highly of her, and we just hope that she carries that on with herself. We'd also thank her mother. She is here in the crowd today if you would like to wave. Her mother and her family are such charming and nice people, and we always thank them for the time that they gave us with Samantha. They have brought up a very, very beautiful daughter of theirs. So thank you. And I think we're almost ready with DeAndre. I hope she makes us a skirt. In 10 minutes. So right now, DeAndre is threading her sewing machine, which means that she is putting the thread through all of the manual places it needs to go in order to sew whatever item she will be making. And I'd like to just acknowledge for our contestant number 2 as well. She is the only student from Chinle campus, and they have not had a Miss NTU for a long time representing from Chinle. So let's give her a round of applause. I'm sure she can all hear you. And to my understanding, DeAndre, our contestant number 1, is majoring in IT and automotive. So your Miss NTU might be fixing your car one day. Okay, I'll chit-chat just a little bit longer. So how many of you all are current students of Navajo Technical University? Awesome. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for taking the time. And I believe we are ready. Judges, are we ready? Okay.
Sorry about that, technical difficulties. So for my contemporary talent, I will be showing you all how to make a scrunchie from your leftover fabric from maybe your ribbon skirts or even your ribbon shirts. So right here I have a piece of fabric, and it is roughly about 16 inches. And this is to make kind of like a medium-sized scrunchie where you have enough ruffles to go around. And some materials you'll need are an elastic to tie your scrunchie to make into a hair tie. And a safety pin is optional, but it makes the process a lot more easier to thread. And right here I have a scrap fabric. This is just to kind of test your machine and make sure your settings are all correct before you actually get to sewing. And so I will show you how the process goes. So first I'm going to be folding it hamburger style, and it's going to have to be with the design inside. So I'm going to be first folding it like this, and I'll be sewing along the edge right here. Fabric test. There you go. Now, it's to make sure your machine's working and you have the correct stitch you want. So now I will be starting to sew the actual fabric to make the scrunchie. So what I'm going to do to start off with the scrunchie is I'll start letting it sew forward toward me, and then I'll use a setting on the machine, which is called a reverse stitch, to kind of secure the scrunchie tie a little more so it doesn't unravel as you wear it throughout your day, maybe even years. Alrighty. So right here is how you'll have your product. And what we're going to do next is we're going to unfold it like this to where you have your newly stitched, and you're going to want to place it flat on the top like this of your table just to kind of iron it out and give you some leverage. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take one side of the scrunchie and fold it inward and do that to the one side of the other side. And so you'll have like a small little burrito in the middle, and with your two outsides, you're gonna place them together, and this is where you're gonna start sewing. And as you're sewing, you're gonna pull from the inside here, and as you pull through, you're gonna get something kind of like this. Kind of to where your scrunchie will be looking like this. And before you get to sew the whole thing up, you're going to want to leave a little slit. So I will show you what I am talking about. So this is what your scrunchie will look like after you had sewn the edges. And right here, I left a little hole open to where you're gonna pull your scrunchie inside out to where you have your nice colorful pattern on the outside. And here we are of how we have the base for our scrunchie. And now we're gonna add the safety pin onto one end of the elastic so you can thread it through. Okay, right here is kind of where you want to be at this point. And now we're going to take the safety pin off and we're going to tie it right here. This will create your hair tie effect. And now all that's left to do is to sew your little opening up. In here, you're gonna tie off a little knot to make sure your threading doesn't unravel. And you just wanna do a little double knot to make sure it's not gonna get loose later on. And now, all we have left to do is to cut our small threads off. And here we have our finished scrunchie. And I'd like to ask the current Miss NTU to come up and hand out scrunchies to our judges. This scrunchie will be for our current Miss NTU, and it has a sunflower print. And thank you all.
Okay, let's give her another round of applause. Do we all know how to make scrunchies now? Okay, I better see all your hair up tomorrow, even the boys. Thank you, DeAndre. Thank you, contestant 1. All right, we're gonna go ahead and go into contestant number 2 for contemporary talent or skill. Contestant number 2, Star, is a student from the Chinle campus, and she is a student of early childhood. So let's all welcome her to the stage.
Hello, friends, family. Thank you for your presence. My name is Star Orion Lapahi, and I am the Red Bottom People Clan, born for Saltwater Clan. My maternal grandfather's clan is Water Edge. My paternal grandfather's clan is Big Water. I am proud to mention my traditional name is Ke'e'ithnapa. I am 21 years old. I live in Pinon, Arizona, and I am attending Chinle Navajo Technical University. My parents are Mr. and Mrs. Wanel Lapahi. My maternal grandparents are Mr. Juan Claw Sr. and Mrs. Irene Claw. My paternal grandfather was the late Honorable Mr. Tom Lapahi. My paternal grandmother is Mrs. Louise Lapahi. I am running for your 2024-2025 Miss Navajo Technical University. For my talent, I would like to demonstrate some drill expeditions. If you're unsure what that is, it is a part of the JRTC. During my high school years, I was a part of the JRTC in the Chinle High School. Now you may be wondering, what is this drill expedition? Drill expedition is something that involves marching and doing military drills during school hours. Most of all, this kept me focused during my studies. It allowed me to go places, and it allowed me to meet new people, and along with competing against other schools. Overall, that's pretty much what drill team is pretty much spinning this rifle around. Well, I can't really say what each move is, but I'll just demonstrate some of the moves that I remember from then.
Okay, thank you for that. I was afraid I was going to get hit with it. Wow, that is talent. Wouldn't you say? Okay. While the judges tally up and the tabulator begins the process of counting these judging sheets, we will give time to our Navajo Technical University Ambassador for 2023 to 2024, Samantha Antone. She will be providing us with her farewell speech and an insight on her reign throughout her year. If you need a tissue or you need to cry or you need to excuse yourselves, the restrooms on the north side, like I said, or across the doorway. We know this is a bittersweet moment for our committee, the community, and the people, most of all our students. We have enjoyed the year that Samantha's family has spent with us, but for also letting NTU care and bring up your daughter to be the best ambassador that she can be. Samantha Antone, are you ready?
You would think that after a whole year, I would have figured out how to use this mic, but unfortunately, I haven't yet. So, yad shikedo shidina ya Samantha Antonian and Shia Kia Ani Nishle Dana the me Bashishchi Nanastasia Dashache Akama the me Dashanella Ado Shama Doshaja ya Brenda Martin Do John Anton Sr. Willia Shamasana Doshache Linda City Martin Do Matthew Martin Sr. Williams and Ado Shanella Zanto Shanella Hastin Pauline Marie Anton Do Vern Oseh Williams and Ado NTU de Bainishta Baothai Bainishta Ado NTU which a can't na kitha the mito ba ando na din the mito ba anda a and shle zits oza de na sha akut ega the net zanen shle skuk dash anian up jugi Samantha Anton up amjuk babakari sapo. Hello everyone, my name is Samantha Marie Anton, and I come to you from the Thanaatham Nation and the Navajo Nation. I am a current student here at Navajo Technical University, majoring in early childhood multicultural education for my Associates of Science. I am your outgoing Miss Navajo Technical University for 2023 to 2024. It has been my pleasure to serve as the ambassador for Navajo Technical University, representing all 5 institutional sites located in Crownpoint, New Mexico, Chinle, Arizona, Tisnasbus, Arizona, Kirtland, New Mexico, and Zuni, New Mexico. Throughout my year, I had the opportunity to travel throughout the Navajo Reservation, as well as parts of the Thanaatham Nation, explore Orlando, Florida, Minneapolis, Minnesota, and go back to Mike's home, he calls it God's country, Choctaw, Mississippi. I am eternally grateful and honored to have met so many beautiful people throughout Indian country, especially at gatherings of nations. I have learned many important lessons, such as the importance of volunteerism, representation, and commitment. I would like to thank my late aunt, Perlinda Martin, and my late uncle, Lamar Martin, for instilling 2 important lessons in me that really helped me throughout my reign. Lesson number 1 being to choose your friends wisely, and lesson number 2, to always finish what you have started. I have made friends who have helped me grow and who are always willing to lend a helping hand, and I am beyond grateful to them. My year wasn't easy some days, if I'm going to be honest with you. There were days where I was at my limit, but yet I was determined to finish my year strong, and I believe that I have done just that. Tonight, I would like to recognize 5 individuals for the work that they have put in for me. First off, I would like to thank my uncle Matthew Martin Jr. Thank you for your support that you have shown me this past year and throughout my whole life. You are my father figure, and I am eternally grateful to never have to worry about anything. Especially throughout this title, you took care of my mother and my brother while I was away. And I always know that your home is open to me and my family, and I would like to recognize you tonight because my year would have been so hard without you. I lost my bet. I told myself I wasn't going to cry. So if you could please come up, Matthew. We have a special gift for you as a thank you for being one of the strong people who helped me throughout my year. That's your other Miss Navajo Technical University? I'm just kidding. Next, we have my Aunt Geneva Juan. Although she is not here today because she is in Sells, Arizona, Jenny is a close family friend of ours, and she has really grown close like family, and I consider her my auntie. All of my beautiful Tana'atam regalia that you have seen me wear throughout my reign have been gifted to me from my Aunt Jenny. Thank you, Auntie, for sharing the knowledge and the beautiful dresses that have traveled many miles with me, and there was never a moment where the dresses she had made by fellow Autumn artisans that didn't catch the attention, and I thank you so much. Next, we have Wade Shauna. Again, he is not here today. He is working out at the Navajo Nation Fair, getting that amazing coverage that you will see later, posted by Navajo Technical University. Tonight, I am recognizing Wade for the many moments he has captured through photography. When I first started my journey as Miss NTU, I was a little camera shy, and our first video was very rusty. I cannot tell you how bad that video came out. We took it 7 times. But as time progressed, Wade has taught me how to be more comfortable as well as confident. And I admire Wade for his ability to capture the many moments also as fast as you'll see him run on campus. Thank you for the kind words you have always shared with me and reminding me that I have accomplished so many things. I truly do appreciate it. Next, we have Taylor Pino, our current Miss IJRA Rodeo Queen for 2023 to 2024. I recognize her for always being there to lend a helping hand, and no matter what, she was always there to help us bring our ideas to life. I thank you, Taylor, for all that you have done, especially making my year a lot easier by going into the different public spaces with me. I could always count on you as well as helping us, and especially using Rocky. Get yourself a Taylor because this young lady is very wonderful in so many ways, and I thank you for being a part of my reign and allowing me to be a part of yours. She's not here tonight as well. Last but not least, I would like to recognize my final person, Cajun Cleveland. Now this detail is very, very important. I'm not a planner, I'm more of go with the flow. Honestly, me writing this speech in general, that's probably the most planning I've done this year. Without Cajun, the events planned by Miss NTU wouldn't have been a success. Without our former Miss NTU. She designed our flyers, contacted vendors, as well as pushing my advisors and I to make our ideas come to life. The Miss NTU Christmas Bazaar, Miss NTU Family Easter event, the Miss NTU Grad Cap decorating, as well as our sewing series, which I can see we taught an important lesson because one of our contestants attended our series and learned how to make scrunchies from us, may I add. I wouldn't have been able to host my own events without a planner, and she had volunteered her time to make all those events possible. I thank you for being a part of my year and guiding me, and that way we could guide our little sister, Taylor. Thank you so much again, and I truly appreciate everything that you have done for me up this far. So if you can come up now, please. The many lessons that have been instilled in me throughout this year have helped me become a better ambassador. All the stories and moments of laughter have healed my heart in ways you cannot imagine. I thank you all for welcoming me into the public eye with open arms. I thank my family, especially my mom, Brenda Martin, for letting me go for 1 year to be the best representative I could be for my university. I thank my advisors, Deanna James and Michael McMillan, for pushing me past my limits and showing me what's beyond the mesas of Crownpoint. Thank you both for your love and support throughout my year. I couldn't have asked for better advisors. To my SASH brothers and sisters who have helped me overcome my nerves and overcome many obstacles, I thank you. 82 events later and 11,000 miles of exploring the U.S., I thank my Crown and my SASH for everything she has given me, the experience, the exposure, and the love. As a wise travel chief has told me, Cyrus Ben, chief of the Mississippi Band of Choctaw Indians, this is never a goodbye, but I'll see you later. Thank you for a wonderful and most definitely successful year. With love, your outgoing Miss Navajo Technical University for 2023 to 2024.
Another round of applause for our outgoing Miss Navajo Technical University, Samantha Antone. Okay. All right, as the time gets closer, we are going to go ahead and prepare for the coronation of our new incoming Miss Navajo Technical University for 2024 to 2025. Deanna James will be coming up to do so. Can we have both contestants come out to the stage, please, and Miss Navajo Technical University?
Okay. As we get prepared, I just want to say thank you to Cajun for her MC. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Royalties, everybody who showed up, students, staff, faculty. It's greatly appreciated. The sash and the blanket, the top box. Take it out. Okay. So we are now going to announce our runner-up is DeAndre Harker. And your new Miss Navajo Technical University 2024-2025, Star Lapahi. One more round of applause for your Miss New Navajo Technical University.
Yate, Shigero Shana, Ehia Ohwana Yanagi, She Star Rai Lapahi and She, the Najisha Ek Ayathlamba, Gashin the Slingo, to the Goji Bashishin, Tobahan Dashiche, Tutsani Dashanale, Nadine Tla Shanahe, Gapi to hit that Nasha. Navajo Technical University, J. Inchka, Shije do Shama A. Ryan do Wanala Pahe Wilya, Shiche do Shama Sana A. Juan do Irene Claw Wilya, Chanel Husky A. Tom La Pahe Willian, Dan, Chanel Estan A. Louise La Pahe Wilya. She A. Nakidamil do Ba'an Nadine, Dean do Nakidamil do Ba'an Nadine Ashla, Miss Navajo Technical University, Nishla. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so Miss NTU receives gifts, an incentive, and a scholarship for her time as Miss Navajo Technical University. She also receives an opportunity to attend all and as many events as she can throughout her reign as a full-time student as well. So, judges, we have a gift for you. And our Dean of Student Services, Geraldine Henry, will be giving that to you. Let's give her a round of applause for her support. All right, now we will have Samantha Antone pass out her gifts as well of appreciation. Oh, and then we also have gifts for Samantha Antone for her dedication and commitment to the title of Miss Navajo Technical University. So she receives a Pendleton luggage as well as a towel and a bag for her safe travels. She also receives a bouquet of flowers for her support and her dedication. Thank you so much, Sam. All right, how exciting. Sam, you may leave the stage now. I'll see you at Grandma's later. Let's be the first to say congratulations to our new ambassador. And thank you to our outgoing ambassador. We'd also like to thank both contestants for their time and motivation to run for this title. In regard to expressing our appreciation, we would also like to send appreciation to Chinle site for sharing us a student to take the title back to Chinle. All right, so as we come to the closing of our event, we'd like to thank you all for coming out to this event once again and for being present to celebrate and share this wonderful opportunity. We'd like to thank all judges, volunteers, staff, faculty. Thank you to Deanna James, Michael McMillan, NTU Marketing for the support and the work you all put in. Let's bring up our new Miss Navajo Technical University to close out this event with a prayer.
Kondo hajonda leshman hastan, shitka yet na yet nezgane shalom adishne, tkoba hajchine shalom adishne, johana e shitka adishne. Thank you for this wonderful day and filled with much enjoyment. And as I thank you, I wish for everyone for safe travels and along for them to have a safe weekend this coming week. And overall, thank you for everybody for coming out. Hajon Hasleen, Hajon Hasleen, Hajon Hasleen, Hajon Hasleen.
Okay, that concludes our event. Thank you all for coming out. Royalty, if you want to give a short, brief introduction, you may come up and do so. Thank you, students, faculty, staff, volunteers, for making this event happen.